I don't normally vlog midweek. Don't normally do that. If I go out for a midweek run or two, they tend to be 5k, maybe an interval one, something like that, or just a steady pace. So I don't bother. I just do the weekend ones. But it's Wednesday today, so that's midweek. Yeah, in any stretch of the imagination, that is midweek. I'm probably only going to get a chance to go out for one run this week. Got a few things on, so I've decided why not do 10k? Why not? And actually, I feel quite excited about doing that. About 10k seems to be a really nice distance. I've got this great route that I'm doing now, so why not? So without any more ado, let me get cracking. I've got a great podcast to listen to that lasts about an hour, so it's going to be just perfect. I'm going to listen to that, do my 10k. See you on the other side. There we are. All done. 10k, which is great. I can't remember if I've ever done that before actually. So yeah, it's great. I'll put the times up on the screen. It was a bit longer today. I think about 105, 106, something like that. But it's quite warm. I'm not using that as an excuse. I'm just, it's a bit warm. And also, I might have mentioned in the past that I've got a sit-stand desk for work. It's really good actually. You can press a button, and the whole desk goes up, and it means I can stand up at my computer. And I've got, I mentioned that actually in a recent video. I'll put the link up in the top corner if you're watching on a device that supports that. Not all devices do. And yeah, the good thing about that is that it's better for you, isn't it? Frankly, it means you can it's just better for you. I read somewhere, I'm just talking gibberish, aren't I read somewhere that standing up at your desk for a week is like running a marathon. So maybe actually what I need to do is just stand up for half a week, and then I can say that I've done the half marathon. But anyway, the point I was going to make was that I've been standing up all day today to work, sat down to eat lunch, then I was standing up again, and I sat down for about half an hour, I suppose, before I came out. But really, I've been stood up most of the day, so maybe that would have made it seem a bit harder. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I haven't got much more to say for this one, so I've got some stuff to say for the second one though. So stay tuned. That's coming next.
Oh, I'm slipping away, so don't let me go. Nah, 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 nah. I'm all up in that love haze. So where do we go now? Just let me know that I am safe here.
Right, it's about 4 days late. No, it's not about 4 days later. It is 4 days later now. It is Sunday, the day I traditionally go out for my bit of a longer run. Now, coming up later on in this vlog, I will be updating you on the shorts situation. If you saw the last video, you'll understand what that means. If you didn't, don't worry, I'll fill you in. Now, you might have noticed, you might not have noticed, but that last run that you've just watched, which was my last run, my midweek run, I didn't say very much, and I might have looked a bit distracted. And there was a good reason for that. Now, when I go out on a run, I'm just diverting. Hang on a sec, don't go away. When I go out on a long run, so 10k or longer, I take something like this, which is one of these little drink pouch things that you can just squeeze into your mouth. And at the top, they have like a little thing here that you tear, and there's a bit of a design flaw, I feel, in these, because the packaging is kind of shiny packaging. And when you go out for a run, I don't know about you, you get a bit hot and sweaty. So that makes opening these things a bit tricky, because your hands are all kind of wet and slimy. Yeah, nice thoughts. And most of the time I do actually manage to open them. They've got a tiny little thing at the top there that you tear. Now, Wednesday, I had a hell of a job. I was trying to open it, I was trying to tear it, it wouldn't go, I was trying to use my teeth. All of this, of course, while I'm running. And eventually I managed to open it kind of about halfway. And I thought, oh, that'll do. I'll have finished my run otherwise before I get to have it. So I was squeezing it in. Most of it went in my mouth. Some of it didn't. Dribbled down my chin, got it all over my hands. It was sticky and horrible, and it wasn't very pleasant. And yeah, so different design flaw there. So, at the end of that run, I was looking to kind of get home, wash my hands. I don't know, there's got some instructions on the back in myopia point, so I can't read them. And I'm not sure, maybe I'm actually got this wrong. Maybe you don't tear this off and try and squeeze it into your mouth. Maybe what you're meant to do is to put it onto a saline drip and drag that along behind you as you run. Either that, or perhaps you're supposed to like smear your face and your hands and and everything in it, in your chin, and then just let it kind of absorb through the skin, you know, in a kind of running osmosis. But anyway, whatever it is, I am going to have another go with it today. I've got it here. I'm going to have another crack at it and see if I can get it down my neck, because I am going out for a long run again today. It's quite windy, as you might be able to tell from the audio, so I hope you can hear what I'm saying. And yeah, but it is for July. It's sort of cooler, on the cooler side. So, and as my last 3 runs have all been 10k, I thought it might be nice to you know, go out and try and maybe push it a little bit today. Not massively, I'm not going for any records, but just maybe do a little bit more than 10k. So I'm going to extend my route and just kind of randomly see how much I do, basically. So anyway, let's get cracking. I'll see you on the other side. Whew. There we go, finished. So in the end, I did. I'll tell you in a minute actually. Let's just give you an update on I'm just teasing you. Let's do an update on the drink situation, on the little thing. Now, what I didn't tell you is before I left the house, I cut a little snip in that little top bit where it's supposed to tear. And I thought, well, I've got to be careful here, because if I cut too much, it could end up leaking and then I could have it all down my legs. And that would not be a pretty sight. That would look a bit dodgy, wouldn't it? So, but yeah, I did a little cut in there, and then I was able to just tear it straight over. They want to perforate it. Anyway, so I was able to have that halfway round, and the distance was 13k. Today I was running for about 1 hour, just under 1 hour 27, I think it was, 1 hour 26 something. I'll put the stuff up on the screen so you can see all the usual timings, all the bits and pieces. So that's good. That's good. I feel good for having gone a little bit further, having gone that 10k the midweek. And then I felt like, you know, push on a little bit. So I was only a couple of k short of the record. So that's quite good. Yeah, really pleased about that. Right, now I promised I was going to give you an update on the shorts. So, first of all, I want to say thank you so much to everyone who left comments. If you haven't seen the last video, I'd recently bought myself some compression shorts, and I was wondering what to wear over the top of them. It's very windy here. I hope the audio's okay. It's a bit windy. Yeah, so I was wondering what to wear over the top of the compression shorts, and I didn't know what to get really. So I want to say thank you to all the people who've put comments in. Now, quite often I name check people. I'm not going to do that in this video for 2 reasons. Firstly, I only posted that video, only went live on YouTube 3 days ago, 4 days ago, no, 3 days ago. So comments are still coming in. And also, I've only sort of very quickly gone down them. I think there's more on there actually, and I haven't checked all of them out yet. So I want to give it, and what I'm doing for all of those comments is I'm really, as I do with all the comments, always, I'm really taking note of everything everybody says. Some people say it's giving me websites to go and look at, and products to recommend, all that kind of stuff. So thank you so much to everybody who's contributed to that. I really appreciate it. So yeah, so that's good, that's brilliant. And hang on, let's go cross over the road here. That's really great. I'm really happy about that. So thank you very much to everybody who contributed and put your comments on. Thank you so much. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm sort of going to wait a little bit then before I do any major purchasing until I've had, you know, more comments back, and also had a chance, because some of the websites that people directed me to, they're kind of out of stock and things and that sort of thing. So that's great. Now, what a couple of people said, actually commented, is that because I wasn't sure about shorts with netting and whether, you know, really I want to have shorts that haven't got any netting, but a couple of people said, about 3 or 4 people said, don't worry about that, it's okay. So what I did, I thought, well, I'd like to get something to keep me going, you know, in the short term till I buy something properly. So what I did was I popped down to the local supermarket and I put on I had the PPE on, had a face mask on, homemade by her indoors, did a wonderful job, and I had a look in there and they had sort of shorts, and I got a pair, just a cheap pair, that are shorter than the ones that I have been wearing, so they're well above the knee, and I'm wearing them today. So, and yeah, much better with those shorts. Now, my wife did say to me, she said she thinks that they're probably about, I got them for medium, and I think I mentioned in the last video that I'm between medium and small size wise. I never know what to get, and I bought medium, and she looked at them and she said, oh, they look a bit baggy. Perhaps she should have got small. So I'm going to cross over because I think probably the traffic is a bit loud here, so I'm going to go over here. Yes. So, yeah, but on the plus side, they were only £8. So that's all right. I don't know, I'm always a bit worried when I buy something cheap like that. I think to myself, you know, was some poor kid paid about 5p for a day's work, and that's why they're so cheap. So, yeah, you know, I'd rather buy something and know that, you know, whoever's in the supply chain is actually getting paid properly for doing what they do. So somehow I think we're all, you know, these things like shop well for less and all this kind of stuff. I sort of query those programs and that kind of thing, and why we're always kind of, you know, always got to buy the cheapest thing. I think, you know, but down the line, people have got to earn a living, haven't they, really? Oh, that's a bit serious for me. Yeah, sorry. Come back up for air. Now, yes, so I'll see what I was quite pleased with these shorts, I have to say. They did the job. So I'll see what else I can maybe get when I do a bit more research. And thank you very, very much for everybody who's been answered and sent in comments so far. Thanks very much again. Now, right, gonna get back, have a shower, like you do. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you've liked this video, you know what to do. Hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And then you'll see when the next video is on the channel if you hit that that notification bell. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to leave your comments, and I'll see you in the next video.